Whether capitalism produces better societal institutions is a subject that I think is not very well understood. The vast majority of research that's been done by social scientists has been on the inverse question, the question of whether certain kinds of societal institutions are propitious for capitalism and indeed also for democracy. So whether going all the way back to Tocqueville's democracy in America, whether a strong civil society, richly structured civil institutions are a good thing for capitalist democracy, that has been greatly debated, and the Harvard political economist Robert Putnam, has written at great length on this subject, whether the structure and shape of social institutions and whether there are strong social institutions affects the quality of democratic capitalism that we get. We have a lot of knowledge and understanding, I think, about that question. What effect capitalism has on social institutions, I think, is more difficult to pin down and hasn't been studied to the same degree. There is, of course, the possibility that certain kinds of social institutions are good for capitalism, but that capitalism can also undermine those social institutions over time. That is, it's not obvious that all good things necessarily go together. So there's always been the fear that, going back to the 1950s and 60s, people like Christopher Lash's book, Haven in a Heartless World, his worry was a worry that you see articulated over and over again, that market relations, that the creative destruction of capitalism, that Schumpeter's famous phrase, once it gets out of the economic realm, can actually undermine social institutions. And so the decline of traditional forms of family association and having family relations look much more like economic contracts that people can make and break and negotiate the terms over and so on. Many people think that comes at a significant social cost. And so that capitalism may be extremely beneficial when it remains in the economic realm, but as capitalist modes of people's relating to one another moves into the social realm, it's a much more complicated matter. And as I said, I don't think it's actually very well understood.